I think it's not necessarily, and I would emphasize this, it's not necessarily a personality characteristic because I do believe it's something that can be trained. But for all of us, there has to be some ability to disconnect from the clinical work. So again, just the emotional burden can be so challenging that you have to have some way to kind of leave that at the hospital or leave that at the office, and come home and not sit with it. And of course, there are going to be days where, you hear a story that's just so overwhelming that it's hard to let that go. But on a day-to-day basis, being able to sit with really challenging situations, but also being able to detach yourself from that a little bit, I would say is one of the most important qualities. I think the other thing that I always emphasize to students is psychiatry is one of those fields that some people are drawn to because they themselves have had experiences in the past, or they want to sort of understand themselves better, or they're kind of interested in psychological aspects of themselves and those close to them. And I would say for many psychiatrists, there's an element of that. But I would also say that that should never be the overriding reason that somebody wants to go into psychiatry. I think that can be a great asset if you're able to connect with patients around shared experiences, but it can also make the job a lot more challenging. And so I think people also have to be able to disconnect themselves from the work and kind of remove their issues and their past and their makeup. There is truth to the idea of the psychiatrist being a blank slate or an objective thing for the patient to transfer their own things to. And so I think to some extent we all need to kind of be able to pull ourselves out of the equation when we're working with patients.